Hello everyone. This is what I would like to on your screen. This is what I would like to talk about with you. This is entitled Human Person, a Moral Being. So what I am going to talk about as of this moment is about ourselves as a human being, as a human person, and man as representing the whole of humanity. So let us begin. This is my presentation. We will talk about the human person, and then next is the human nature, and then morality and human nature, and then followed by human person as a moral being, and then the last one is the dignity of the human person and living a moral life. So let us start with talking about the human person. So when we speak of person, it is a substance imbued with the rational faculties of intellect and free will. It has the activity of knowing and willing. It acts in freedom, for it is a free being. So that's the meaning of person. Now, how about human person? A human person to a non-believer, to a non-Christian, perhaps non-believer, is a human person is a substance imbued with embodied rational faculties and operations. He is a rational animal. So there are two things that is mentioned here: rational and at the same time animal. So a human person is a rational animal. So let us discuss it uh, in my when we talk about as an embodied person. So to a believer, a human person is a substance essentially composed of both body and soul, imbued with rational faculties of intellect and free will, and created according to the image and likeness of God. So this is what is believed by particularly the Christians, being made according to the image and likeness of God. Now, what's the difference between person and a human person? The difference is that all human beings are persons, but not all persons are human beings, because there are also other persons, like the person of God, the person of the angels. They are persons, but they don't have a body. But human being, since human being has a body, that's why a human being is called a human person. That is the difference. So they are, as mentioned here, a human person is an embodied person. Because of his body, and as a person, he has a soul, where we can distinctly see that the human person has the so-called rationality. So what does this mean? That as a human person, he has a body and at the same time a soul. So the soul is endowed as a rational person. The soul is endowed with the intellect and free will, meaning it is inherently part of his being a human person. It is provided with the intellect and the free will. So the intellect of the human person tend towards the truth, while the free will of the human person tend towards the good. So as an embodied person, human beings operate with the faculties of intellect and free will within the confines of their bodily existence. So naa mo ni sila ang naa diri sa human person. Okay, so since I mentioned that he is also an animal, he shares this one with other lower animals. So what is common to us with the other animals is that we can actually reproduce, we are capable of moving from one place to another, we have our own instincts, we have our own five senses, and then we also have our sense of survival. So that is what is common to us with the lower animals. But what makes us distinct from the lower animals is because of this one, rationality, because of our rational soul that is endowed with the faculties of intellect and free will. So this rational soul is a spiritual being that is within us as a human person. It is simple. In philosophy, we understand simple or simplicity as the negation of parts. So since it is a spirit, it is simple. It is not capable of decomposing, not even perceptible to the senses. While the human body, as we all know, this is the opposite, but they are integrated. That's why we call ourselves as a human person, because we have this intellect and free will. So as a human person, we are capable of reasoning, thinking, and searching for and knowing the truth because of our intellect. It is the truth towards which the operation of intellect is directed. It is the truth for which the intellect exists. So this is imagine ka ng bata na tao niya, wala siya kabalog kinsa iyang ginikanan, murag di na siya mahimutang na dili yun niya may balag kung kinsa tinuod niya ng mga ginikanan na manggaling nagpadako sa iya. So that is really innate to us to search for what is truth. And at the same time, bisag unsa ka dautan siguro sa usa ka tawo, dili gid na mawala nga naagid na siya ang pagka maayo, pagkabuutan tungod kay naaman ang free will nga ang iyang natural tendency gid is to do good. So mao na kita ang mga tao as a human person. Okay, so in other words, the operations of knowing the truth and of doing good are intrinsically inscribed within and constituting the nature of the intellect and free will of the human soul. This is what makes us rational, because of this intellect and free will. So wala akong gitaw nga wala ani, though sometimes we encounter na may mga defect, but this is really what is designed by God to all human beings. Okay, now